Thundercats here with another review.
Thundercats! Thundercats! Oh, mercy sakes, it is so cold in this Super Dave review of another Thundercats review of this time our second installment of a Lunatak. That's right, it's Chilla, and just her very name and the sight of her puts chills down my spine. Good gracious, it is cold. And here she is, our second Lunatak by Super 7. Look, she's got 2 head sculpts, a lot of accessories, looking cool here. She's looking really good. And we're going to take a look at her. Let's first take a look at that cool artwork on the back, looking amazing there. Just take a look at how good that looks. I really like that artwork. And then there's the bio card. If you'd like to pause and read that now, you can. All right, let's go ahead and break open our Chilla and check her out over here on the dark side of Third Earth, as she is from one of the moons of Plundar. Must have been an icy one. But let's go over here to the dark side of Third Earth and check her out. And on the dark side of Third Earth, where many a chilling thing takes place, it is Chilla. And we're gonna first take a look at Chilla's accessories. And first off, our Chilla comes with 3.5 sets of hands. She first of all comes with those balled up fisted hands equipped there. Then she comes with a set of clawing, gesturing, spell casting style hands, as well as 2 horizontally hinged weapon holding hands and 1 heat ray finger effect. With the heat ray effect right there beside it, it will attach to the top of that pointer finger. And so we'll take a look at that during our closer look section. And then she comes with 2 head sculpts. We first have a smirking head, complete with those blue horns. She's looking menacing, and she really looks good in hand, I must say, even better than kind of looking in pictures necessarily. And then she comes with what they call the blowing frost head, because that mouth is open and you can connect a frost piece in there, but it's removable obviously. But that's a cool head as well, with her mouth open and with the dark lips and, you know, open mouth look. So that's cool. And then let's go ahead over here and look that she comes with a little purse, they call it here. And then she comes with a can of antifreeze. She comes with a spray can, then an ice collar, and there's the grenade there that she used, and then finally the ice effect that she uses for that head, where she shoots ice from her mouth and freezes her victims. So you can see all of these little effect pieces. I believe this is the little antifreeze can. And then the ice collar, of course. So there you have it. All of our Chilla's accessories. And they are really cool that they packed in such a detailed amount of accessories. Really neat. So now let's take a closer look at Chilla and equip some of these things, as well as her articulation. All right, bringing our Chilla on in here to take a closer look at her. You can see just how awesome she looks. First hand in hand looks. It's just really looking cool. Man, I think she is a lot cooler than even what I expected, and she is. I mean, really, really cool looking. See there, I swapped heads, and this is the piece that has the hole in the mouth so that you can attach the freeze effect, that freeze breath effect there. Really cool. Also equipped a weapon holding hand, so you could see her holding that crystal clear grenade, which is cool. The grenade effect there has like a pin at the top. You pull the pin and voila. You can also see that she has a soft goods cape. Just take a look at that. That is really nice, and it is wired. So you're going to be able to whip up that cape and put it in whatever pose you want so that it looks excellent. Whipping around, and as she's walking or marching, it can flow upwards or downwards or whichever direction you want with that nice wired cape with the frosty blue highlights. It's two-tone. Isn't that nice? I mean, it's really cool. It's kind of a purple on the inside and then a light blue melting into a dark blue. So it's just really nice. And then this is all rubber here on the shoulders and back. Just really cool, really awesome. All right, go ahead and remove this ice effect here so that you can see as far as this head. She's going to be able to look up a pretty good amount. I mean, she's not able to look up a whole lot because for some reason, even though they whooshed this hair back, the sides of the hair still kind of hit. So, you know, if you hold it, you're going to be able to look up about that much. But when you let go, it's going to shift a little bit. So you could, you know, you could fudge it or play around with it. Maybe even soften the hair with the hair dryer and make it go up a little bit more. She's going to look down all the way. And she also will get a little bit of pivot, but not much because, again, the hair's in the way. She'll look left and right, of course, very well. She's going to be able to pretty much get full 360. The shoulder pads do lift up out of the way because they're soft, so that works good. She's going to be able to get T-pose there, maybe even a little better, maybe a little bit of a Y pose going on there. She does not have bicep swivel, but she does have the elbow swivel and that single jointed elbow, so that works well. So she'll be able to stretch out and then go up about 90, almost 90 degrees. And then of course she'll be able to swivel and hinge at the wrist, and all of these are horizontally hinged. There's not a gauntlet swivel there, which would have been nice, but you can see the cool details of the ice crystals hanging off the side there. Even one's got a little chip in it, which I guess that's supposed to be that way, pretty sure. Yeah, because the other side's different. So that's cool. The other side's a little different, not the same pattern, so that is neat. And then as far as her diaphragm, crunch forward just slightly, not a real big amount. And then she's going to be able to bend back, really not much. It's more of a sit up straight scenario. So you see there's not a whole lot of motion there. You are going to be able to go side to side a little bit and rotate just a slight amount. You're not going to be able to rotate all the way because she does have a rotation in her waist. So that is nice. She has a rotation at the waist, so that is good. And we don't want to do the exorcist right now, so need to keep her head from spinning all the way around. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop off that head sculpt and show you the other head before we go to legs, because this one doesn't look up at all, because obviously the thicker hair in the back kind of limits it. So she's not really going to be able to look up, but she will be able to look down a little bit, and even that's hindered because of the hair locks that are coming in front. She will get a little better head pivot with this head because there's not as much thickness in the back, and she'll be able to turn a little bit, but those locks coming along the edge of her face, the side of her face, really limit that quite a bit. So it's really not as much articulation with this head as with the other head, simply because this hair does flare out the back and adds a little bit more options as far as articulation for the head. So going on to the legs here, she's going to be able to get almost full splits. as good as you're going to need. She does have a thigh rotation built up inside that plugged in joint up there. She's going to be able to kick up a really good amount there. She's going to be able to get some strides, not really able to go back much. She has single jointed knees and also a swivel at that knee, and it felt like it was wanting to pull out when I was bending it, but you can see you can get that there. She does not have boot cut, but she's going to be able to go all the way tiptoes there. She's going to be able to go up a good decent amount till it hits the little wrinkle in the boot, and then she's got excellent rockers with the peg hole in the bottom. So we pretty much have seen all that she has there. Since she doesn't have the boot cut, again, she does have the knee swivel, so that will work on the legs and on the boots there. So pretty good articulation. Everything's pretty tight and stiff, but she's looking really nice, and it's definitely cartoon accurate, even with all of her cool little relics and accessories. All right, let's go ahead and unplug this hand. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah. Let's go ahead and unplug this hand here, and we're going to plug in her pointer finger heat wave finger effect hand here, and then you have this nice little heat wave effect. It's translucent at the tip or at the base right here, and then it's painted nicely there with a like a flame effect wrapping around the orange. And then you're going to be able to plug her finger right in there, and then voila, she's going to be able to zap whoever she needs to zap to make it happen. Looking awesome. Look at there, isn't that good? That is really neat. Or she could just point. I'm going to freeze you. Yes, I am. I'm going to freeze you. But looking really cool. So I really like both head sculpts. Pop this one back on one more time. There it is without the freeze effect in there. And again, we'll go ahead and show you. And I think there's only one way that it can go. Kind of shaped to go like that. There's kind of a scooped out part there. It goes in pretty deeply as well, so it's not going to fall out at all. It's going to stay in there really good, and you're going to be able to lift her up there so she can get that. I'm going to freeze you. I'm freezing everyone. All right, having fun here with Chilla. She's got the crescent moon here on her chest, and she also has one on both head sculpts there, as you can see, there and there. So looking really cool. Oh man, she's a lot of fun. She's freezing up some fun here. All right, let's go ahead and do some comparisons. And here is our Chilla next to our other Lunatak that we've gotten from Super 7, Alluro. And he is towering over Chilla just like he should. And so that is excellent. That is very good. So we're tickled about that. He's looking really good next to her, and she's looking good next to him. The other demo that we've seen of the other Lunatak we're getting, Luna and Amok, they look good next to these as far as the height, the scale. Makes me feel better about Alluro's height, because even in that demo I saw on Instagram, looks like Amok, is going to come up to about right here, and then she's going to be on top. So he's still going to be taller. You can set it up that way anyway, the way I saw in that picture. So that's looking really cool if that plays out to be true. So, but at least we see that he towers over Chilla, and that's the way it should be. So we're tickled about that. Even though he may not have been as tall as we were hoping, it does look like the Lunataks are going to be in scale as far as each other. So that's excellent, and they just look awesome together. That is just so cool. Awesome. And then here's Mumra, the ever-living, and I've got him on a little flight stand raised up there a little bit as he's hovering above them, but you can see how they look together here. Just looking so cool. Loving how this is coming across and how they're looking together here. Looking awesome. Yes. Looking good. Looking good. All right. Thank you so much for joining us for another Super Dave review. And come back and see us again next time. Be blessed, and here's some photos in the photo gallery.